Hello, chat. How's everyone doing today? You know what we're doing. I don't need to say it. We're back with modding. And our good friend, I'm gonna say good friend. He actually probably is getting fed up with me breaking everything all the time. Crisp has once again fixed a little bug with his with Foundry. That was the wrong button. Unless that was a button just so I can use this. I need to take that off my things real quick. Trigger manager. This one. Delete. I need to delete the ones where if I press a button, it chucks things at me. Okay. So Crisp set up this program to fix issues with water, which we now have water that works. So we got the water that goes out all the way into the ocean, all the way over to this. This is a new BSP, by the way. I set up a new one. I want to set up geometry that isn't in Halo, isn't in the Covenant. I want to set up geometry that was in the Ark as well. So we go down instead of up to this little platform here. Let's see. But yeah, let me turn on acrophobia. Okay, acrophobia is on. I've fixed up lighting, I think, except for the trees. The trees light really weirdly still. They're going to be pitch black if I set it up, so I got to fix that later. Water here now works. So, again, thank you, Chris, for figuring out what the problem was. He is a lot smarter than I am, but now we have water in this section and designer zones actually work now. I am going to have to change the water texture though, because it is very red and we don't need it to be red. We need it to be more like a different, like a more oceany beach color, because this is on a beach. You can also see where the halo ring just cuts off there. I'm fairly certain that's just in the map that I stole this thing from. I'm thinking of lowering the dome, but I might not have to. I might just need to make the water stretch out. I'm going to look at the Covenant. I'm going to boot up Sapien and Halo 3 to see how the water stretches out on the original map. We still have the Blender file open. This is what it looks like right now. Now, Tits is taking over my taskbar. This is what it looks like right now. So we've got the 3 towers from the Covenant. And what I want to do is I want to make this the security room. I want to make this one the security room. I'm basically making an altered version of the silent cartographer, but it's based using a Halo 3 map. I want to use this mission twice. I want to make this the introduction to the Halo Ring mission, where you crash down here and you make your way to the beach, and just make it a short introductory mission. Maybe. I might change that idea. Let me move that down a bit. I might change that idea. But I do want to make the silent cartographer mission. I want to make... What the plan is to have a group of ODSTs pushing up here and have a cutscene where you get dropped off on this platform, and then you make your way up in like a warthog. You come here and the doors are locked, and then you come back, and then you fly a Hornet to... I'm thinking of making it... I'm thinking of either randomizing it or... I'm thinking of either randomizing it or making it just this one, but either having it so this one is I'm thinking of having one of them being a security room and the other one being a one's a security room and I want the other one to be a defenses room. You turn that off, you make enemies in the next section easier. But yeah, that's what I've got so far. I need to set the things up down here. There's no seams here though. Yeah, there is a seam down on this one. I don't know if there's a seam on this one though. Is that a seam? No, it's just a wall. This is the wall there. There's no seams, which is making it difficult. Because I don't know how to set up seams and stuff. The Covenant still isn't finished loading. I don't think the seams have to be... Yeah, you just need a texture, I think. I think you just need a seam sealer texture. And that's good enough. I do need to set up invisible barriers so you can't just walk out into the ocean and fall out of the map. Because that wouldn't be very good. I mean, I could just leave it like this and make it... And do what Halo 2 did and just raw dog it. Just leave everything. I do want to take these rock spires, though. And put them in this section, too. I want, like, rock spires everywhere. Well, I don't know why they have seam sealers on them. Why do they have seam sealers? Edit mode. Where is the seam? Oh, it's on the bottom. I didn't realize these things had seam sealers on them. That's very interesting. I didn't realize. But yeah, I want to move these from this side to over here. Oh, I want to add more of them over here so it looks like there's more rocks and stuff surrounding the island. So I believe the way Halo 3 does it is the skybox is how it works. Oh my god, there's so many textures. I wonder if I can steal the water texture from here. But yeah, this is how Halo 3 looks. So I believe the way Halo 3 does it is that, like, the geometry you see around here is part of the skybox. It's like a big sky texture, which I think I might do. Let me... Is there a zone set for all of them? Yeah, all zone set. It makes my job easier if I just do that. Because I believe I can import the sky. I can actually... No, I can't use Reclaimer, can I? Reclaimer doesn't support AMF. Or my thing doesn't support AMF anymore. I think the AMF importer hasn't been updated. I would need to change the texture because it does look like there's snow on it. And we just need to remove the snow on the rocks. On the mountain that goes along the side. But other than that, it should be fine. The water should be good. Everything else should be fine. And I believe the ocean water is part of the sky as well. Yeah, so like this is the sky. This is skybox. So all I need to do is replace this part with, like, I need to get rid of all the snow on this part and probably replace it with sand. And it should look good enough. It should look good to the point where I never realized how many noises this place had. I didn't realize all the ambience this game had. Yeah, we've got waterfalls already. Well, I think these waterfalls just look better. This doesn't look like the way it should. I do need to fix the textures up because this actually works. The sun is in that direction. I'm going to have it be in that direction in the sunset or in early morning kind of thing. But other than that, it looks like it would look. Looks like how it looks in Halo Reach. There is also this with just a line, but most Halo Reach maps also have that. Where's the seam? There's like a seam around here. Yeah, here it is. I guess it also does it in Halo 3 as well. I also need to set up a camera setting. Let me... How can I... Oh, right. I can extract tags directly through Asoyus now. Citadel, Sky. Which Sky is this? I'm assuming this is Sky 00. And this would be Sky... The entire time of day changes. If I go into here... Yeah, the entire time of day just straight up changes. Maybe it's just where it is. I also need to set up these beam emitters, which Halo Reach does have a beam tower animation. I'm assuming this is Sky 00 though. It's hard to tell because Sapien doesn't tell you which area is using which sky. There's only two Citadel skies. There's 2 Citadel skies and 2 what are they called? So you could just find a Hornet up through here. Fun fact, this pipe... Where is it? This thing goes through here, comes down there, goes through there. And then doesn't take you where it's supposed to go. It actually drops you right under here. Which there is no connection to. And then it just takes you to a cutscene. There's a little platform up here for some reason. You can see where all of this stuff is located. Which is really cool how it all connects together. Like if you have all BSPs on and you get back to this area where all the windows are, you can see the previous section you were in. Oh god, it's low quality though. On today's hardware, you could probably leave it like that too, and it wouldn't lag. It's also very clear it's just a picture when you're inside. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna export the sky. I'm gonna steal the sky just like you know a normal person would. Sky 00. Citadel. Sky 00. Okay, if you say so. We're gonna open up a secondary Blender folder or Blender file. I always seem to have issues when I try this shit. New file. Delete that. I need a way to make it so this automatically... I need a way so it automatically changes to what I'm focused on. Because I keep forgetting to switch things. I need multiple button... I need to set up my Stream Deck again. Levels, solo, Citadel, sky, render. Oh, it saves as a JMS model. We're going to have to see how it looks in the thing. Okay. I don't need the lights, so we can delete those. Fuck, this thing has a lot of lights. Delete. I can also probably delete the armature because it's going to be ported to a different map. Where is it? View. Okay. Now we can see everything. Okay, yeah, this is the one. All I need is these things. What's this? Do I have textures? Or is this all just going to be white squares? Okay, it's compiling the textures. Okay. I've got so much view that it can't keep up. Shadow buffer full. That's fine. But yeah, this is the one we were looking for. All we need is all this land. Nothing else is needed. We don't need a sky or anything. So let's go to meshes. Let's see what it is. That. Okay. I think that's everything we need. Copy that. I'm going to open up another Blender file. We're just going to paste this into the one we've already got. I don't know if there's any like Halo walls. I don't think the map I took the original sky from has a wall around to match that of the Halo ring. Sky 2. What sky are we using? This seems like the right one. Yeah, Sky 2 is the one we're using. Okay, let's deselect everything, close everything. Oh god, are they really large? Okay, hang on, I'm gonna restart. Don't save. Unselect, unselect, unselect. Scene collection. Oh, I see what happened. The moment I clicked copy, Blender crashed. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not sure if it's a memory leak issue or if it's just the add-ons that I'm using, but Blender likes to crash whenever I do something. It mostly saves the moment it crashes though, so I don't really mind. It's more annoying than anything, but it doesn't like impede my progress. Yeah, that doesn't need to convert. Meshes. It was U to U, yes? I might need to change the size of these, but like, should be fine. Copy. Pasted. Oh, it's the correct size. Oh, I forgot the ocean. Wait, no, I didn't. The ocean's just bugging out a bit. Oh, thank God. I thought the moment I removed the armature, it was going to freak out. Hang on. I see some freaking out over here. Okay, not really. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So now I can... I'm going to save this as a new one. New. Save as. And then export. And it should still export the same section. I don't know if it self-illuminates, though. No, not degenerate. All my stuff is rosa. Yeah, I tried setting up the Covenant Defender from Snowbound. It seems to be a bit buggy though, so I gotta fix that. Okay. Things been exported. Back to Reach Sapien. Okay, it's not lit up, but it's something. Actually, what shader is that using? Okay, so it's not lit up, but I can still see into the distance, and we cannot see the bottom of the halo ring. That's the most important part. I'm going to have to remove that piece of land all the way out there. Is it? It's frozen. Let me see how to light up self-light a sky. Okay. Because I selected a wrong thing. Where is... I gotta increase the view again. Oh, it's all just one thing. Really? Oh, it's just one entire thing. And what happens? Is it lagging because it's loading up the shade of things? All right. Let's see what happens if I... Wait, hang on. Let me check UV maps. Aha. Gotta rename this. 0. Gotta rename all the UV maps so they don't fuck up. Click that. Join. Export. I don't know if it's pitch black because it's like textures aren't loaded, or if it's pitch black because like the trees in the distance are fine. It could just be the textures are wrong. Might need to change the textures. Oh, it's probably because they don't have this thing. Right. I need to set up the terrain textures correctly. But after that, it should be good. Okay, so that didn't change anything. It's probably the textures. Let's start with the water, because that's probably something that's really important. Also means I can unlink them so I can modify them manually. Or individually, I meant to say. Water. Let's change that to the same water that we're using in the map. Just for now. I will eventually change the water. You know what? I should probably change the water now, shouldn't I? And Blender froze again. This program and just freezing when it decides it's done doing stuff. Fuck. Okay. This is before I added the thing. Should be simple. I only did one thing. BSP. This time I save it after I add that. I don't know why it didn't save. I thought I saved it last time. Yep, transformed that scene. Okay, awesome. Save. Yeah, it also this is also what the water is in the final section of the map. Bum 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 ba da da bum bum. All right, what is the name? What is the water texture? Foundry puddle. Oh, it's a puddle. That would explain a lot. M70. Oh, that's why it's so red. It's the one that you get from the package. It's the one where after all the glassing happens and everything is burning, which is why it looks so red and bad. I need to change it to something not red and bad. Problem is, a lot of the ocean textures don't work. So, like, if the ocean textures don't work, then we have big problems. I'm going to look at other water textures. I don't know if I can change the water texture from here, but I'm going to try. M10 structure. Don't think I can change the color of the water. The water type. Hang on, let me search up water. No, I can't. I have to change the water in Blender. That's not great. Oh well. How's this going? It's done? That's not good. It's also not the texture I selected, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Is that animated? It's animated. What? Why does it look like space? Let's open up textures. Could probably do the big ocean part for that the other thing uses. Levels, solo, Forge World. No, not solo. Multi. Forge Halo, shaders, water. Don't think that's going to work. We're going to find out. Finished, apparently. Oh, right. Hang on. No, that didn't do anything. Okay. Wait, what? It's not finished? Oh. It's doing something else, I think. Problem with Blender is I don't know which one is exporting what. Hang on, I'm going to close the other Blender file. You can go too. Okay. So I'm going to quickly try to set up a template for that so it actually works correctly. Foundation. Okay, I don't know why I can't see the model. That scares me, but okay. Alt click. Here we are. Copy. Is this a... It's just a regular shader. It's not a terrain shader. Gotcha. There's a tool button. Here we go. This. Change this to shader. Run. Well, I don't know which one I just updated. Let's stop that for now. I was going to say, you did not just freeze simply because I clicked on something. Okay, that was supposed to be that, but didn't fix anything. Let me try lighting it. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. How you doing? Yeah, light. Does Halo modding require an art and computer science degree to understand? No, just a lot of time and patience. Yep, it's lighting it. How much time work does it go from, say, putting a Halo 3 open to Reach? It depends on how far you want to go with it. Okay, it did not light. Heck. Okay, there's more problems than just this. Like the carbine mod you worked on. If you know what you're doing, not too long, but I didn't know what I was doing. It took me a while to understand what was going on. Everything is very green. A mod install that has Resident Evil 4 weapons. One more time. If it's not like from Halo to Halo, it's probably going to take a lot longer, yeah. So the textures are there. It's just really dark green. What map are you making? I'm porting most of the Covenant to Halo Reach. But the outer side seems to be very green. Not too sure why, though. Terrain 2 is the further away ones. Terrain distant is the closer ones. Let's see what happens if I just replace this with a different shade. Oh, wait, no, I need to figure out the water, though. Where's the water? Ah, water can't be easily changed, can it? No. Let me see what happens if I do something. Does this have a blend? No, just a base map. Let's make this. Between Halo 3 and Reach, which one has better art style? I prefer Reach, but I can see why people like 3. Forge Halo. Shaders. Wait. Sky shaders. Distant mountains. Let's grab that. Levels, solo, map room, sky, shaders. Okay, that's somewhere. Some of it is still green, though. Not sure what's going on with that. DMR battle rifle. I prefer the battle rifle. Okay. Hang on. Terrain distant base. Terrain distant base. Save that. Okay. And now it's all just pitch black. Oh, it's green. I don't know why this is green. shouldn't be green. I did most of it correct. Let me see if someone's in the server. Check the texture again. Yeah, it's got a shader template. Maybe if I light the map, it will light. No, no, that wouldn't make sense either. The textures are there for some of it. The water isn't working. Let's fix the water. What does Forge World use for the faraway water? I also want to port over some music from other Halo games into this one. Am I in objects? I'm in objects. What does it use for the faraway water, though? Oh, maybe it's in the shared one. Shared scenario. Okay, yeah, the water's in the shared scenario, I think. Okay, my headphones just decided to turn off because they weren't playing sound. So, Forge Halo Terrain Water. Levels, multi, Forge Halo, shaders, Forge Halo Terrain. Water. I'm hoping that's not just the clear water. I'm very worried now it's just not going to do anything. You know, I might need to change the UVs. I might need to unwrap the UVs or something. It's like blinking lights. Not sure why it's blinking lights. No, it's light. It's self-lighting again. I forgot to turn that off. Nope, it's still exactly the same too. It's like the same texture. It's like it's not updating the texture at all. Let me check the model. I'll see if I can find this water texture and replace it with like bricks. Okay, there's the water. Yeah, it's like it's not changing at all. That's not good. The water is just refusing to change textures. Oh, wait, no, there we go. It did change textures. Why is it green, though? Is it the UV? Hide, 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 hide. So that's what it's supposed to look like this. Yeah, it's the right texture. It's, I mean, not the right texture, but you know what I mean. Subsurface. So I think this is it's using the Forge World one. No, I want to take this. Hang on. Water bump. So wait, this is the base. Oh my god. Make me scroll through everything. I mean, that looks correct. Wonder why the Forge Halo shader doesn't work though. It is just a regular shader. You know, it probably was working and it was just being green like this one currently is. Wait, hang on. Is it because this is supposed to be a shared map? Is this not being a shared map the problem? Hang on. Maybe I need to make a shared BSP. Hmm. I'm gonna quickly make a new blender, open a new Blender instance, and see how the Halo, the Forge Board shared BSP looks. Because I'm not quite sure how they get the skies without the green shit on it. Halo Reach. Extract that. Yep. No, fuck off, Copilot. The moment you open, I'm quitting you. Unpin. Fuck off. Same with you, Explorer. God, I hate Copilot. It's just been sitting there and hoping that I misclick it. Now it's gone forever. And I swear, if I open my PC and I see it there, I'm going to be mad. Okay, I can't export it like that. I think I can just port it over. Shared structure BSP. Foundry import. Yes. I need to see how the portals and stuff work on a shared BSP. If I can just yoink the ones from a current one, or if I need a whole new outer seam. It's quick. And I can't see shit. Okay, so I need a big old square, and I guess I just need the seams for the regular mission. Let me see if I can find. And that one. Edit mode. Unselect all. Oh. Select you. D. I accidentally misclicked something. Separate by selection. Go back into object mode. What? Now. Okay. Okay, turn it off. Turn off that. Grab each of these and then not save and reopen it. I need the center one now. C. Make a new Blender file. And quickly reset this one before I fuck it up. Oh, wait, no, I gotta make sure I put it over into this one first. Cool, do that. Okay, and then I just have to set everything to a seam sealer. Okay, no, that's not gonna work. I've already fucked it up. Oh, wait. Maybe not. Might be fine. Hang on. Fuck. I'm slowly forgetting what I'm doing. Don't save. Okay. Wait, why didn't it take the seam sealer with it? It didn't take the seam sealer, it just took the sky. I thought I selected both sky and seam sealer. Hey. The seam sealer needs to match up. I don't know why this isn't lighting correctly though. Let's turn off the lighting thing. Halo 3 skies work. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I have to do some weird shit. It again has not changed the thing. It's still a giant metal object. You're supposed to be water. Yeah, okay, it changed. It just can't be lit up. Right, give me one moment. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Ugh. Okay. I have returned. I just need to figure out how to light the sky. Apparently, this guy figured it out. I don't know how he did it, though. Vertex color. Okay, this time I think my headphones ran out of battery. So, oh my god, what the fuck is a new granny pipeline? My issue is I can't. There we go. Blender. Big lighting. Vertex color. Hmm. uh. Oh, that's why. One. What if I set this to emissive? These card things, everything works except for terrain, which I'm not quite sure why. Let's try getting these again. You, and you. Edit mode. Select all skies and select all seam stealers. Shift D. Separate selection. Okay. Let me grab the meshes. You, and you. What have a feeling you're not taking the seam stealers again? Oh, those are the seam sealers. Where's it grabbing then? Yeah, this should be fine. Copy. Just so everyone knows, ad break will be starting in about 5 minutes. Don't save. Increase the view. And then we need to set all of these to seam sealers. We need to join them together. Join. And then we remove everything except seam sealer. It's loading a new texture. God damn it. I hate it when it does this. Okay, first let's assign everything to seam sealer. Assign. Everything's a seam sealer now. Okay. Now let's go here. Copy. Paste. This probably isn't going to work, but, you know, I'm trying. I'm not very good with stuff like custom geometry. All right, let's see if it crashes. Apparently it worked. Let's see what happened. First off, we got to fix this to be normal again. Export. We're going to export the old sky back to what it was before. Sapien. Where is shared BSP? I don't know where it puts the shared BSP. Um. Oh. Well, it made one. Copy. No pathfinding, not normally place space. Okay. Watch this not work and just completely crash. Well, it didn't crash, which is the bright side. Let me quickly check. Where's the... Right, I need to put it in the thing, don't I? Probably going to crash, but... No, it just doesn't work. I'm not sure where it's gone. Let's make one for just the shared BSP and see what happens. Oh, look at those errors. Well, at least we know that that thing works. Unfortunately, there's so many errors because of how many open edges there are. The floor works. The floor works and everything. All the geometry is working. What the problem is that the seams aren't working and there's many errors. That's not good. Still has the seams though. Hmm. Not good though. Not very good. It also means the seams don't line up with the other map. Oh. There's a good chance that's the reason. Seam. Manual seam back face. Yeah, let's try that again. Probably going to get errors again, but I'm hoping for a little bit of a better result. Okay. And yep, still errors. It's surrounded in a big old box. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the seams match up. So you can't see it from inside the map. Hmm. Yeah, it's going to be an issue. Guess the alternative is... I take everything, copy it, remove that, paste it. And just remove everything. Do you have seams? Join together. Okay. Let's try that again. Probably still not going to work, but there's no harm in trying. Damn, it's taking time. The alternative, if this doesn't work, is to just not, you know, to regenerate as a separate thing. Yep, here we go. We got a fatal error. That's an issue. What if I did this? Delete. No, even then, I don't know how to make a seam for a BSP. Let me get Forge World up real quick. The way I can compare Forge World and the shared Forge Worlds thing. Okay, I'm going to export that. Let it take its time. Um, Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Port it over so I can see how this works. What happens if I make the other sky texture like transparent or something? Because like, what makes the rest of this lit up? Is it because it's transparent? Select. The entire thing isn't transparent, although it's hard to fucking tell with how much is selected. Hang on, let me move this downwards. What isn't selected? Basic sky. Okay. So what happens if I give this a transparency map? Damn, these clusters take forever. Let me remove the shared BSP real quick before I cause something to crash badly. Yeah, see, all this stuff is lit up, but nothing else. It looks like only things that are transparent get lit up. So I'm going to try making things that aren't supposed to be transparent, and hope that I can trick the game. Just fucking crash. You bastard. Bastard crashed. Maybe it didn't like me trying to make something that wasn't transparent. Okay, let's try that again and see if it crashes again. No, that time it finished. Okay, it's still pitch black. I don't know what is so unique about like these trees that don't crash. Like, what's so unique? Is it because they're hologram shaders? No, just regular shaders. No holograms. The trees are just getting better treatment for real. They don't even have the transparency thing. They just don't. Huh. What if I make it emissive? No, not an option. What if I do no shadow? Hmm. Trying to figure out how to do this. The alternative is I just add it to the regular thing, but I don't know if that will work because it would breach the seams. Maybe I have to light it? What? I'm trying to figure out what this is. I know I saw it when I was scrolling through on my phone. Uh, Here we go. Lit sky geometry. What is vertex color? Beg sliding into vertex color. Blender, base. Hi, Nex. How you doing? How do you open a script? Oh, wait. Scripting. So, import PyPy. Wait, is that how it works? No, that's not how it works at all. New. Okay, here we go. Import PyPy for if type mesh continue if len in the render properties between cycles bakes. Okay. Okay, so all selected objects. So no, remove that. Select all of these. No, I didn't type that wrong. It just doesn't work anymore, does it? Damn, that doesn't work anymore. Sorry, I can't see chat. Not that. I need to change to cycles, GPU. Okay, my headphones just turned off again. Okay, we're going to start with this part because it's the most recognizable. Bake. Diffuse. How would that work though? Yeah, I don't know why geometry doesn't light in the skybox. Sorry, I'm still looking through Blender to why it's like a weird green. When I change the texture, some of it works. Let's see. Let me change the texture again and see how it looks. If I changed it to multi Forge Halo. Halo terrain, beach, shoreline. If I do that. Yeah, now it's just straight up vomit green. Still just vomit green. Set it to shader terrain. Okay, setting it to shader terrain just full brights it, I think. What if I... Are these all... nature? Here we go. Okay, so making it a shader terrain removes the lighting. Like everything up here works. Like the skybox that surrounds it is perfectly well lit. But for some reason, geometry doesn't like getting lit. So I can fix that just a moment. All right, here, let me fix that. That and change this to terrain. Okay. Yeah. So it's just at full brightness. Not quite sure why it does that. Everything else, maybe everything else is at its full brightness too. How do I do this? What happens if I... Let's trace hemlock. I don't know why that changed everything, but something changed. If I do that, it goes invisible. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. It's like it knows that it's something that shouldn't be lit. I was trying to give it the texture that the trees use to see if I could like get around it, but it seems to just know what can and can't be lit. I would really like to know how to light these things. Hmm. I don't know how this guy did it. It's been so long. Oh, wait, is that what that is? Hang on, I think I know what this means now. Hang on. I'm showing you guys the blender now. I'm apparently supposed to paint this completely white. Let me change the size to like monstrously large. Do that. Okay, so this is what vertex paint is. Hello, Ravenheart. How you doing? And I do all that. Save. And re-export. And now it shouldn't be pitch black. All right, we're going to find out if that fixes it. Doing good. What about you? I'm doing all right. Just trying to figure out why my skybox is completely black. Not particularly a good thing to see. Okay, so light. So that's what they meant. Oh my god, that was my problem the entire time. And it looks like it's still lit up. Oh my god, that was my problem. Straight up, that was the issue. Alright, I just need to change things. Let me see. What are you streaming today? I am modding Halo today. That is what we're doing. Let's see if I can bake vertex painting. I'm on cycles. Yep. I don't see vertex. Okay, so I select that. Render, bake, influences, direct and indirect, bake output, active color attributes. Did that do it? I'm gonna export that. Takes about a minute to export it. Ultimately, I can vertex paint it to match the color that I'm making the skybox. So I do believe it takes on the color that you paint it. If this doesn't work, I can fix it later. I'm just hoping I didn't break the textures. Okay, that's somewhat lit. I need to fix these things. I don't know which ones these are. I think these are the sky mists. Let me figure out what those are real quick. But before that, I can fix this now. Well, you know, paint. Paint. There we go. That got painted. There we go. Lit sky geo. That's his light. Lit. Okay. We have the ocean, but it doesn't look like it how it should. I think I might need to fix the UVs on this. Actually, I can probably set it back up to the old water texture we were previously using. Can I? On the bright side, we now can see shit. It actually looks pretty good now. We have a skybox. A skybox is somehow better lit than the actual map is. Then when we figure out what we're going to do about the water looking very like it's been shit in, we can modify it. We also need to do sound stuff. On the bright side, we still have the underwater stuff. Looks good so far. And now we can see the halo in the distance without seeing underneath it, which is practically what I was trying to get done. Because seeing under the halo ring is not good. Okay. What the fuck? Maybe I just need to make a really big water plane that goes out into the distance. Or it could just be the UV maps. Can't. I might just need to make a really long water texture from the BSPs. It doesn't look like it likes water. Water shaders can only be placed on water surfaces. How? Can I change this to a water surface? Hang on. I have a feeling that I can't because this isn't a scenario. No. And how? Because it's a shared Shared BSPs can do it. All right. It looks like I'm gonna have to do what I didn't want to do, but I have to. I guess we could try it. Well, then again, if it leaves the BSP, it's probably not going to be visible anymore. Yeah, if it leaves the BSP, it's not going to be visible. Gotta go back to the Forge World water. Keep forgetting I'm on objects. Levels and objects are two different sections. Multi. Forge underscore Halo. Shaders. Then I have to change the bitmaps and stuff. Just so it's not really large. Okay, so it's using. Does it have the water? Shared. I hate it when my PC just freezes because it can. All right. Edit mode. Pressed one button. All right, let me try doing the giant water thing again. God damn it. I zoomed in too much and now I'm stuck. There we go. Wait a minute. Why don't I just do this? Delete. Copy. Paste. Water surface. Copy that. Paste. Save and export BSPs. Do not crash. Oh, you jackass. All right. On the bright side, Blender with the thing automatically saved. Oh, it's not crashing. It's just importing the new BSP. Yeah, water doesn't seem to look very nice in the skybox because you can't actually have water in the skybox. I don't think Halo 3 has water in its skybox. Unless it does. Wait, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It has like some hacky water. How does Halo 3 do it? Time to boot up Halo 3. See if... Yep, it broke the seams. Yep. Cancel it. Delete. Save. Export to fix it. I broke the seams, which means it won't work. Levels, solo, Citadel, Sky 00, model. We set this back to the water that it uses in Halo 3. Okay. And we extract. We export and hope that works. Let's see if we fixed... Oh, no. Oh, don't tell me I have to restart this shit. Okay, no, it's just redoing the rest of them now. Okay. It's just fixing them up now. Gotcha. I would have been mad if I had broken the seams because that's something I don't know how to fix if I end up breaking it. Okay, the ocean doesn't look like it's got the waviness of the Halo 3 ocean. Has a render template. What are you missing? Doesn't look like it's missing anything. Hang on. It looks like it's just missing the water ripples. Halo 3 has the water ripples. So I'm not sure why it won't work in Reach. It looks so fucking off. If you could see what I see, you'd understand what I'm talking about. How did this guy do this? I'm wondering how people are doing this. Oh, you know what? I just read to what someone said. It could be the scale. Where's Forge World's water? Let's set it both to 1 and 1. Nope, it still just looks flat. I switched over to Halo 3 and it looks beautiful. I'm like, I didn't mean to click it. I'm like, wait, did I fix it? And I realized I was on Halo 3 and I was like, fuck. Okay, where... I'm going to boot up Forge World in Sapien and see if I can fuck with something to figure out where they put the thing. Levels, multi, Forge Halo. Yep. I've been listening to a lot of Halo music recently to try to figure out what I'm going to put in the thing. Let me open up the shed map while I'm at it. That's collision materials. Here we go. So this is the outer water of Forge World. This is what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get this one just so I have some kind of flowing water. I also want to get this stuff for the map. For some reason, it won't let me use this for the Covenant. It just doesn't like me using it. So let's... When do I do this? Crash? Okay. Different texture. No. It actually kind of looks cool. That kind of looks cool. It's like the thing is breaking out from under the map. That being said, I'm pretty sure the outer area is geometry, not shared map. Yeah, that's a sky, not shared map. You can tell which part is shared map and which part is geometry or not. Which part is shared map and which part is skybox. But apparently the water from it should work, but it doesn't. So it could just be UVs. If I do that and I look again, it should be fixed. Yeah, it works now. You can see it's got this pattern. I hate how I have to quit out of every map just to do this. You can't have multiple instances of Sapien running on the Reach version. It could just be that the skybox doesn't allow for water to work. See, I don't know why. It just doesn't let... I don't think it allows for skyboxes to have that working. I do think we got the lighting working on this part. It's just I want this to start working. Um... It works in Halo 3, but not in Reach. At least that's what I'm assuming is happening. Go to Halo shader. Vertex painted. I mean, the UVs don't look too bad. I have a feeling it did not extract the bitmaps. Hang on. No, it did. How does this work? Why does it have sound all the way out here? This is confusing as fuck. Do any of the Reach maps have water in their skybox? Hang on, it's time to check. Oh. Oh. Timberland? I mean, Timberland might have it in the skybox, but it also just still could just be a shared BSP. Let me look at Timberland real quick. Creative, Forge, Reach. Ridgeline. All I want is flowing water in the skybox so I don't have to figure out how to set up a shared BSP. Even though setting up a shared BSP would probably be a better idea. Are we going to Forge mode on PC? It's a skybox, but it looks... The water does not look good. It's not even really water. That's not good. Would be a cool mission though to go into one of those facilities. Okay. I don't know. Let me see what happens when I change it to Ridgelands water. If it looks good enough, like if the colors match enough, it should be fine because you're going to be on a flat plane. You're not going to be looking up at it. Timberland, sky. Ocean far. What? Is it the same fucking texture? It is the same texture, isn't it? Yeah. I might need to learn how to do a shared BSB. This is going to be annoying. I don't know what's wrong with this. Like, it's most likely what's happening is that it doesn't have access to moving textures. Hmm. Hmm. No one's really talking about how to make shared BSPs. No one's really talking about how to make shared BSPs. It's just, this is shared BSP. All I need is a shared BSP for the water. Like, I can live with this part looking like this. Most of these sections aren't going to be seen anyway, except for maybe this part when you fly along here. But when the map's lit, it won't look that bad, and I can change it anyway. It is just the water I need to get working. Once I do this. No, it still won't work, will it? Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, wait a minute. Do I need to export it with it? Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong. I haven't been exporting it with it. Delete. Paste that. God, if anyone knows what they're doing and is watching me, they're probably going to be so confused. Grab those. Foundry. Scenario. Put them all together. Turn everything into a seam sealer. I wasn't supposed to turn everything. I was supposed to... Fuck. Get back. I'm supposed to only turn the sky and stuff. Edit mode. Sky and seams. Separate selection. This stuff can go. This probably isn't how you're supposed to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Everything's a seam sealer. Oh, it could work. We're about to find out. Seam. And then we just need the water from here. You know what? We'll try doing both. Do both these. Copy. It's going to be horrendous, but you know, we might as well try. I can attach these later, but first I just want to see what happens if I do this. Delete that. Name this collection shared. Meshes. That's say, did you really just freeze because I selected things? Okay, we're gonna save this as a separate one so that I don't mess with the thing that I need. Now we export and see what happens. I don't see it exporting the shared one. Hang on, I need to make the structure. Okay, try again. Doesn't seem to be exporting my shared one as a BSP. Oh wait, no, structure default. Yeah, we're good. It's just being labeled as default for some reason. I'm gonna have to end stream soon. This is either gonna work or it's not gonna work. Oh, I forgot that I was moving Forge World over. Yeah, Forge World and the shared map have identical seams, I think. Yeah, practically. They're identical. I think that's how they do it. I need to grab the doors from Halo 3 as well. Oh, I also have to put the animations from the doors. Fuck. I have a feeling this is going to fail because it's leaking. And the seams don't match correctly. It doesn't need pathfinding or anything, which is what I'm pretty sure Open Edges causes, removing the pathfinding. But it doesn't need the pathfinding, so I think it can afford to have problems. I don't know if it crashes it or not, though. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Wait, does this actually work? Yep. Questionable. Why is it not showing? There we go. If I go out here, it marks everything. If I go too far, then it just shows just that. So I don't think it's visible. Definitely issues. The water actually works now. Unfortunately, the BSP isn't working. Unmatched. Yeah, unmatched seams. Yeah, it's these. The seam doesn't match. All I really need is the shared seam for the water. But having it for the things on the left and right would be helpful. I also did notice that the water doesn't go very far out. Yeah, the water just kind of stops at the seams. Oh, hang on. Give me a sec. Is it because it's not... This is shared. Regular Forge World I don't think has... No, it doesn't have a sky. It just has seams. Let me change real quick. Blender, please stop lagging. I don't want to crash. Set that to... Oh, do I have to separate it? I do have to separate it. Did you still made everything a seam? Right, cool. Thanks. What? Sky, separate by selection. This is just going to be a test. I don't know if it's actually going to work or not. Place it with the seam. And then what does it have to be? Front facing, shared. Wait. select, separate, seam, seam. And then do for this one last. Separate by selection. Just so I don't actually turn the entire structure into a seam. And then this one is really, really the last one. If this actually works, I'm going to be impressed. Okay, export. This will be the last export before I end stream. Sorry, I got lost looking at Twitter. Well, that's not good. That's even worse than what it was before. Well, don't open up the Blender file with the before I fucked it up stuff. So we have no sky. And this just straight up didn't load in half of it. Yeah, it's probably all the leaky connections. Okay. I'm going to go back to the one before I messed it up. And I'm going to re-import it back in. So it's all working. But that's the end of stream today. I'll do something else tomorrow, probably something more high. But I hope everyone has a good day, night, whatever time it is. We're not going to raid out. We're just going to end stream.